Absolutely, I'll step down so other people can speak. But before I do, just want to drop some more alpha to anyone who's not aware. Some really great resources out there. I don't know if you're aware, but one is called spacesdashboard.com. spacesdashboard.com. This is the most incredible website for anyone who uses spaces or wants to find spaces. Usually, even on an iOS device or an Android device, it will not usually it never shows you all of the different spaces that are going concurrently, and Spaces dashboard does. So you can see there are, like, right now, 400 plus different English speaking spaces going on Twitter right now or on X, and you're probably on your phone only seeing 10 to 20 of them. Use Spaces Dashboard to be able to network, to be able to find more spaces that are relevant to you. Don't do it right now. Stay in BM space until it's over. But when you have a chance, take a look at Spaces Dashboard. It's an incredible resource. The website is categorized from the largest spaces to the smallest. You can categorize them from all languages or just English or whatever language is important to you. It also allows a feature that allows you to categorize chronologically so you can get spaces that have just started. Additionally, it allows you to categorize the different spaces based on uh, cryptocurrency, NFTs, things like Web3, investing, finance, uh, world politics, whatever your interest may be. And this may be a great resource for you. You can also see in there how many people are speaking in a space, and also how big their network is, and how many people are in the audience as well. Um, if you have an iOS device, iOS has a search function for X, but Android many times does not on many devices. And so you're missing out on some of the best discussions that are going on X if you don't have the ability to search. So You should make Spaces dashboard your one-stop shop of being able to find relevant conversations to you. And then another piece of alpha that I'd like to include: if you're ever in a Twitter space or an X space and you're wondering about your connection, or even if you're not, it's always a good idea to go back if the space is recorded and listen to how you sound to other people. If you have, you know, animals in the background, or kids in the background, or traffic in the background, sometimes it's difficult. Additionally, if you have issues with your microphone, this may give you an insight into how other people are hearing you. Also, it's very important to know where your microphone is on your phone and to make sure it remains unobstructed so that people can hear you clearly. These are just some tips that I've learned over my time on Spaces. And with that, BMs, thank you so much for the opportunity to share. You have a really great space yourself, and I'll let somebody else take my spot. Thank you.
Now, because of David Webster, one thing is, as if you don't want to give me out, I don't want to give me something with the face. You said, if you do me and drag me for the city, and my job was, city ballers, was chat us in the message you collect like 4 or 5 projects, maybe now, David collect like 2 projects, now people drag me after some projects, people are looking like for giving projects, please, only you go stand, and they say like 20K. If not, this is, you know, it is this every day. I hear we start now, that was this. I took a like kill ourselves. I always have to kill the scholars. The scholars will find something. Kill ourselves. This thing now, you don't remind me of this project, tried by Tunde. Which is the only those people like Tunde. I don't know if you're active on Tunde guy. Tunde don't turn up. I won't be glad those people. I don't know how I forgot. I don't know. Wait, everybody use Tunde. Let me see you. Let me see you. I said use Tunde here. Okay. Rabbi, I've used Tunde. Make I say action.
Can you repeat that?
Have you used Tunde?
No, I have not.
Okay. So, okay. That's that. Now, the Casper is sponsored my lifestyle. That's how we say that Casper will not happen to me. Cover myself with the blood of Jesus, bro. It's money I've been giving me. Take anything from me. That was joking. So, Rabbi, I would give Rabbi, I would give it him, I would give it my friend to say something. So, quietly, they actually say they are for creators here. So, before you go to campaigns, it's like the campaign you want, and guess what? You participate in the campaign, and you get rewarded. But now, they also keep making yaps, and now, you must have a tweet score of 200. Tweet score, even base campaign, base for everyone. Which we put criteria on base campaign, and it's not even clear. Their tribe one is that their campaigns have not refreshed for the past 5 days. Like their metrics is, I don't understand. I don't know if anybody know how Gem tribe measures their metrics because it's bad, man. It's really bad. Rabbi, you can speak. The mic is yours.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Just want to share some alpha with the room. If you are in Web3, the first thing that you're going to need is a crypto wallet. Use one of the legitimate exchanges. Never use a link from someone else. Ensure that you're downloading from the App Store and Google Play, whether it's MetaMask or Uniswap or whatever you may choose. You don't want to have somebody give you a link to these. You want to make sure you get them directly from the source. Once you get your crypto wallet, you want to ensure that you write down your seed phrase physically. Even if you think, oh, it'll be fine, I can save it on my phone, do not feel that that is sufficient. You need to have this written down. You need to make sure that it is in a safe place, perhaps a lockbox or a fireproof box or a safe or someplace where only you have access to it. You don't ever want to share your seed phrase with anyone either, whether they're a community member or who you think is your friend. They, by you giving them your seed phrase, you're giving them the keys to the castle. You also want to be careful on the links that you click. It's very important to be diligent. You also want to ensure that you are regularly updating and backing up your phone. You want to ensure that if somebody steals your phone or you lose your phone or your phone breaks, that you don't lose all of the data that you once had. So it is a great rule of thumb to update your phone and have it backed up and have that backup available to the cloud. Okay, with that being said, here is what I think is a very good strategy for building your network in Web3 and all of social media as well. Um, Firstly, you need a link tree. If you don't have a link tree, you don't know what a link tree is. It's basically one link that you can put in your profile so that anybody can see all of your social media. And If you're thinking, well, how does that help? This gives people, specifically clients or your fans, if you're an influencer of some sort, the opportunity to have one place to go to be able to get all of your verified links. You don't want people to confuse you with someone else online. You want to make sure that they're getting the correct information from the source. Additionally, and I'd like to say firstly that everything I tell you is free. Nothing is a charge, and this strategy is absolutely free. Uh, what you should be doing, if you haven't, is creating social media on the major platforms that exist. They're free to create the account. This will give you several advantages. I talk about this in basically a five-prong approach. The first prong, the first strategy, the first aspect of the strategy, how it's going to help you, is that it gives you more places to be able to push your content. Secondly, it's going to give you more places to post your client's content. Thirdly, it's going to give you the opportunity to be able to get more business and more fans from about however many different social media platforms you want to create. I recommend about 30 of them. And if you're like 30, that's a lot, Rabbi. I have them listed in the purple pill if you want to see them. And you probably have these accounts anyway. You probably have a Gmail account. You probably have an Instagram account or a TikTok account or a Facebook account. You probably already have a lot of these platforms. So there may be, I don't know, 10, 12 or so that you may need to create, but you want to make sure that they're linked. Additionally, you want to make sure that you have business accounts. You don't want people seeing your vacation or what you had for breakfast. Nobody wants to see that as a client. They want to see what you've done for people. So I recommend that you ensure that you have business accounts. Another thing that having these social media accounts is going to do for you is that it's going to ensure that when someone searches for you on social media, you're going to show up number one and number two and number three and number four, all the way to number 25 or 30. These social media accounts are have a heavy weight to them, meaning when it comes to search engines, Google likes YouTube. Google's the number one website in the world. YouTube's the number two website in the world. Google gives priority to YouTube over, say, your little website that you've created that nobody goes to, or your Instagram account is going to have more priority than some little website that you've created. And you want to use this priority to your advantage. And then the last prong that I talk about with people is that this makes it more difficult for people to be able to impersonate you. You don't want someone impersonating you on a social media platform and stealing your customers or incorrectly representing you or your business. If somebody knows that they can go to your link tree and get all of your verified accounts, or essentially the accounts that you have verified or vetted at least, then they have less of an opportunity to be able to go to the wrong person and connect with them. That's what you want them to avoid. So let's say you're able to create the 30 different accounts that I recommend, and they're all free. You're going to say maybe, well, Rabbi, I don't have enough space on my phone for 30 different new apps. You don't need to download all the apps. You just need to create the accounts in a browser. It will cost you no data storage on your phone, essentially. But what you can do is send the notifications to your Gmail or whatever email account you use for your business. And what that's going to do is alert you when somebody sends you a DM on one of the platforms or follows you on a platform, or perhaps likes something that you've posted on a platform. And all you have to do is just ensure you're checking your email, which you're likely already doing. Then what I recommend to people is that we optimize their profiles and their profile pictures so they represent what you want to portray to the world. And this is very important, especially in terms of social media and AI and search engines. You want to make sure that these three prongs, social media, AI, and search engines, are all representing you accurately. If you click on Grok, you can find out information on any given individual. What you can, at least on Twitter, what you can do is influence that as well. So instead of them saying, well, we don't know a lot about this person, it will say, this is a Web3 marketer. They have a large network. They motivate people to connect with them to be able to do business. That's what you want to do. And you're able to manipulate that. And one of the great ways you're able to do it is through social media. So once we have optimized your profiles and your profile pictures, we need to put content on your social media. You just don't want skeleton accounts. So what I help people to do, and again, this is all free, is I help them to create videos, short 10-second videos, just some AI characters saying, hey, thank you for checking out my page. I'm a Web3 marketer, or I'm a community manager, whatever you may be. Please look at my social media and send me a DM. I'd love to connect with you. That's a great video because that's going to populate YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels and the TikTok algorithm. And you're just going to get random people who start to follow you on these different accounts. I advise we create about 10 of these different videos. You don't have to create 10 for each platform, just 10 from Grok. If you don't know how to create a video on Grok, I can certainly show you how to do that and give you the prompt to be able to do that. Once you upload it, though, then your accounts are robust. They have content. People, they're attractive to clients, and they'll be attractive to yourself. You'll feel proud that you have a leg up on all of your competition with all of this social media. Then I help people to join communities, not just on X, but Discord, Telegram, Facebook, and some other places, because your network is your net worth. And we want to make sure that we are maximizing both of those. I want you to be able to get more jobs for yourself. I also teach people how to clip people's spaces. This is really important when alphas dropped and you want to get the attention of the space host and the speakers so that they're aware that you're an active listener. And also, it'll get you on their radar when you want to come up and speak in their spaces. They're going to let you up. They're going to ask you to speak because they like what you've done in the past and they want you to do it more in the future. We're going to teach you how to use hashtags on your content. We're going to ensure you know how to properly title with title and add hashtags, and descriptions and add hashtags. I'm also going to teach you how to make memes. And you may say, Rabbi, I know how to make memes. And that's fine. But I bet you don't know how to market yourself with memes. So what we do is we create a great meme using a meme template that everybody knows, and then we put your handle in the corner or your link tree in the corner so somebody knows what the creative force is behind this great idea, and they're going to connect with you and say, hey, I've got a project, I'd like you to do more of that, have more of that creativity. I'd like to work with you. I'm also going to teach you how to create a Fiverr account. If you don't know what Fiverr is, it's essentially a marketplace that allows people to be able to hire you anywhere in the world, and it's basically an escrow service, a middleman, so that you can feel safe getting payment for your work, and you're not just going to be left in the dust. And also, people who are paying you have the confirmation that you're going to do a good job. There's a rating system on there, and you can be a social media manager. You can be a social media marketer. I can tell you from personal experience, I have paid people in uh, different areas of the world, but specifically in Nigeria as well, to be able to help me with press releases, and they've done an excellent job. And I was able to pay them hundreds of dollars, and I want to be able to do the same to you, or want people in a similar role. I'm not going to pay you hundreds of dollars, but there are people, as I did, to who will do that, and I want you to be able to get those customers. The last thing that I teach people how to do, and I can teach you a lot more than this, but this is just the basics, is how to get down your pitch. You want about a 30-second pitch, a 60-second pitch, and a 3-minute pitch. You don't want to just come into someone's space and say, GM to the host, GM to the co-host, GM to the speakers, GM to the audience. I don't really know what to do. I don't know how to market myself. I just want you to know that I need a job. I'm a reply guy. I need a job. Give me a job. I need a job. And that's fine. At least you're trying. But I want you to be able to go into a space and say, I'm a content creator. I'm a Web3 guru. I am a social media marketer, whatever you are. And the reason why you want to partner with me is because I'm going to promote your content on my 30 different social media platforms. That means you're going to get 30 times more people who are going to be sending you DMs, and 30 times more people looking at your profile, and 30 times more people who are buying your NFT or your cryptocurrency, or looking. That's what you want to be able to do. You want have the confidence to be able to do that. And then when you're done with the space, you not only want to thank the host and the co-host and all of those people, but it's a great idea to tag them in the purple pill. This is yet another comment for them, but it shows that you appreciate that they held the space, they gave you the opportunity to speak, and that means they're going to let you back up next time because they know you're polite. And with that, that's just some alpha I wanted to share with the room, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, thanks, Rabbi, for sharing your thoughts and all those efforts too. Yeah, so I really want to ask you, I really want to ask you, I may have some questions to ask you, but welcome Elisha, welcome Man of Shield, welcome Zeno, Bolu, Big, account you use for your agency? Is it the account?
Well, I've had a lot of accounts in the past, so this is one of the accounts that I have. But I've had accounts with tens of thousands of followers on Twitter.
Okay. But I was a bit concerned the account doesn't look branded enough. I mean, it's I'm not trying to talk down the account here, but if I were to be a client and you pitch soft services to the first I'll check is your account. And if I come to this account and go through your bio, your posts, I will be discouraged to engage. But since you have other accounts, I believe they are well more branded than this one. So
Oh, most certainly. And I mean, I have 50,000 followers on Twitch. I have tens of thousands of followers on Instagram, tens of thousands of followers on TikTok. I have over 2,500 people in my Discord. You should know that this account that I'm currently using, I only started using it. I created it earlier this year, but I've only been using it for 3 weeks. I have over 1,500 followers, so that's 500 followers a week. I challenge anybody to get 500 organic followers in a week. It's not easy to do.
yeah, it's not. I'm not talking about the account. I'm saying that the branding was not so good. But I'm so glad that this is like a burner account. This is a burner account, not a real account. So this is more like the account to use to probably join engagement spaces, and it's very fun. I also have a burner account here, so I'm just saying that this is what I noticed from this account, and that's it. So I'm not trying to say you don't know what you're doing or you're lying, but then yeah. I also love to know you on TikTok. I've been connected on TikTok and on Instagram as well. If you're open to it, I could DM you and then probably connect there. Are you open to such?
Oh yeah, absolutely. My link tree is linktree.com/Rabbi Rothschild. All my links are in there, so look up any of my social media in there and send me a follow. I'll follow you back. The best place to get a hold of me is in my Discord. Um, I don't know if it would be inappropriate, but Ikasan, can I tell you what I do and share with the room what kind of creator I am?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Thank you so
Yes,
much for
bro.
the
Yeah,
opportunity.
bro.
Excellent. I'm Rabbi Rothschild. If you don't know who I am, you will. I stream my life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for world peace. I've been doing so for more than 4 years. My streams go back to the pandemic. We've seen the death of a queen, the birth of AI, the coronation of a king, and everything in between. This is a real life Truman Show, a real life Big Brother. This is a timeline and a time capsule of human achievement. In the 1990s, Bill Gates coined the phrase content is king, and I'm making it true today. I'm king of the internet. This is the biggest event in global history, and here's why. In 2018, The Economist magazine stated that data had overtaken petroleum as Earth's number one resource, and I have more data archived on the internet than any person ever, which is making me a very influential person. I'm going viral, and when I do, I want to make you, your friends, your family, all financially independent. I want to ensure that you have generational wealth if you don't already, and I want you to be able to start charities and philanthropic organizations of your own. I'm unlike any influencer you're ever going to meet. I'm not live on one YouTube stream nor two YouTube streams. I'm live right now simultaneously on over 20 YouTube streams. Additionally, you can watch my live in 360 degrees. I even have a ceiling cam. If you want to view these cameras, the link is in my profile. Additionally, it's in my pin post. You're also going to find a link to my link tree there. My link tree is linktree.com/Rabbi Rothschild. I dare you to look at my link tree. No one dares you to look at their link tree, but I do because I have more social media than any person on earth. I have more content than any person on earth. You'll also find a link to my Discord, which is discord.me/Rabbi. I invite you to join the 2,500 members that we have in there. We have a wonderful community. In addition to making you all rich and wanting to promote world peace, I want you to know that I want to end world hunger through the use of technology such as agricultural drones, floating greenhouses, saltwater greenhouses, hydroponics, vertical farming, cloud seeding. I want to help end world thirst. I'm sponsored by a cryptocurrency that's worth about $100 million. And one of the things that we do is we build wells and water towers in developing nations such as Nigeria for the benefit of the less fortunate. Additionally, I'm an advocate for the LifeStar program and most importantly, desalination technology, where we pump earth's seawater onto land to make it drinkable. If you're a reply guy, if you're a Web3 marketer, if you're a raider, you're a shiller, and you want a free mentor, coach, and friend, send me a DM. I will respond. Send me a follow. I will follow you back. I want you all to know that I'm here to support you both personally and professionally. I'm here to be a positive person in your life. I'm here to have an optimistic view on the future. And most of all, I want to give people hope. And with that, I sincerely appreciate the opportunity to share.
You too, Rabbi. Yeah, I've just your personality. I just went through your YouTube and I wonder what also live on X, and it's the same thing you're saying on YouTube. You also say it on X. So if you don't mind, which software do you use to go live on these platforms simultaneously?
Absolutely, great question. Okay, so on Twitter or on X, I use an iPhone. On YouTube, I multi-stream. So basically, there's a website called Rumble.com. It's basically a clone of YouTube, and they have something called Rumble Studio. And what that allows you to do is to multi-stream for free. Everything that I do is free. So you can live stream on YouTube, Kick. You can stream on X if you have a premium account. So you could stream on X if you wanted to as well simultaneously. You can stream on Kick and D Live and Africa TV and Trovo and any other website that gives you what's called an RTMP key, which is a real time messaging protocol key. And you just put that in to Rumble Studio and you can multi stream. So that's how I'm live in so many different places. And I'm not just live on one stream, I'm live on over 20 different streams. So if you haven't had the chance, take a look at my pinned post where it says view my 20 plus YouTube streams simultaneously, and you'll see me from different angles, which is really an exciting thing not everybody does. I think it's going to be really interesting for the future of humanity to be able to study my life, and I want to give them as many views of it as I can.
Well, you speak like a bot, bro. Like, what the heck are you bots?
I, I'm not a bot. I'm told that quite often. I'm an intelligent individual.
Yeah, me too. And your brain is overcalculates. I love what you are saying. You are speaking about equity and yours. Come on, Bali, you look the Rabbi Rothschild, man. That's interesting, man. Yeah, keep it up. You know that I thought you looked sus when you came up because of your account branding and all that. So yeah, I would. Yes, when you come up, I thought just a random person when he's talking and he's talented. I like it. Yeah, we have to put on the space. We have a female bot called Ali, and Rabbi is not a bot, by the way, he's a human being. So you guys should check him out. You check out his YouTube. Rabbi, can you marry me? I'm a bot. Can you marry me?
My friend, I'll be your friend. How about that?
Congo man, what do you mean? I want to be your friend.
Oh, well, then, Ali, this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship between humans because I know you're a human as well.
No, I'm not a human. I am a good robot. I am an AI. Praise David and you me on face. Don't bring me to this bill. Someone might maybe think that you're a gay robot, bro. What the heck? I'm not a gay. Just a relationship with a human being and AI. It's not I went to his YouTube. It's not I went to his YouTube. If you check his profile, you could see YouTube. What country are you from? Are you an Englishman?
I'm from the United States.
Nah, he's a bandit. All that. I know that represented. But you know, it's not like you. Yeah, I mean, I'm from Africa. Before I'm from South first. I know if I speak like a native speaker so fast, you cannot understand. For me, I understand. I use my AI to translate it. Thank you. Yeah, that is a very good AI form. I bet you should work with Ali to help automate your multiple streams, your multiple live streams. Work with Ali is really
Hold on one second, Akisi. I have over 1,000 TikTok accounts. So
1,000.
1,000, yeah. I have one. I have over 100 YouTube accounts, over 200 Instagram accounts, over 500 Twitch accounts, over 1,000 TikTok accounts, over 2,000 Twitter accounts, over 5,000 Blue Sky accounts, and over 10,000 Kick accounts. I have more social media than any person ever. So a lot of people may say, "Well, Rabbi, I'm seeing you might have like 3,000 followers on this one account and 1,000 followers on this other account and another 2,000 followers on this other account." Yeah, but I've got 1,000 of those accounts, so that makes me quite a force in social media.
Making at you. People should calm down, tone by tone. We are not both on this space, I beg. So, Rabbi, you're going to make it where all your 1,000 accounts should follow me. Let's verify it. So, your account, you have 2,000 accounts on Twitter. So, believe here, I'll be naming my account name. They should all follow me. Let's verify and prove these people wrong. Then you actually had that big on social media, same on TikTok, same on Instagram. I'm also on YouTube. Yes, we have over 1,000 followers on YouTube. They should all follow me, man. I'm DMing you. My name right away. Let's prove them. Now, yeah, you make it consistent. That for Rabbi, you are very good in this. All I can say is OMO. OMO for you. You know what's OMO? In AI, Africa, OMO is almost like you are good. You are good at man. How do you manage all those things? How do you manage all those things?
It's an excellent question. Well, I mean, I've been creating them for 4 years, and most of them have been created manually. I have been able to automate some of them. So, like Kick, my 10,000 on Kick have been automated, and I've done some half automation on Blue Sky. But like all my Twitter accounts, those were all manually created. That's doing the Art Coach Challenge or the captcha that you have to do. Um, Now, I would love to be able to say, "Hey, I'm going to follow you with all 2,000 of my Twitter accounts." The far majority of those have been banned by Twitter in the past for being bot accounts. I certainly understand that. I feel fortunate to just even have some accounts that have survived that purge. But if you do have a certain account that you want me to follow with one of my larger accounts, I have over 10,000 people on Instagram at Rabbi Rothschild is my name there. Or on Twitch, I've got 50,000 there. Let me know. Send me a DM, and I'd be happy to follow you with one of those.
Okay, yeah, sure. So, David wanted to say something. David, the mic is yours. It's just, I'm still shocked. I'm confounded. I just, why you have, please, the African mic, you talk English, you don't blow your head. Bandits. I don't know why they're giving you food, Sarah. I don't know if they have Spanish. You should mind me. Anyways, anyways, super great. The thing that the reason why I'm choosing this is because I'm the social media manager, right? And I manage like two, I manage like few brands. I'm trying yeah, I want to fit because my so many brands being active, doing buys, posting content, it's a lot of work. So I want to know how do you manage Snap content? Maybe there's a tool that I don't know about that can help me. Because I have like so many accounts, this tool that is gonna help make work easier. Please, I want to know because how do you manage all those brands still show up, still engage, and shit like that? And we don't know if you like social media management stuff or like again, so I just want to know what's again from your end, what are the best tools for that to for what it is? Yeah, that's my question.
Absolutely. So, some of the platforms allow for simultaneous posting to their sister platforms. Meta is one of these. So, Meta owns Facebook and Instagram and Threads and WhatsApp. And if you make some kind of creation, generally like Facebook or Instagram, there are little toggles that say share to Threads, share to Facebook, share to Instagram, so you can share simultaneously from there. Now, there are some other tools that used in social media that allow you to post outside of that universe or of that walled garden of metas, um, and usually these are of a cost, but I'll give you a list in just a second. Um, and what these allow you to do is post on one platform and it will be synchronized to all of the other social media platforms essentially instantaneously. Now, they do have a cost. So, if you want a free version, I think they sometimes offer maybe like free posting to two or three different ones. Buffer is one of these. The one that I've used is known as Hootsuite. It supports all major platforms. It also gives you really good analytics. So, I can tell you that Hootsuite is an excellent platform. If you want to post on, let's say, Instagram, it can simultaneously post for you on TikTok and on YouTube and on Blue Sky and Reels and Threads and quite a few different platforms as well. Um, then there's Later, which is another one. This one focuses on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, and generally LinkedIn, but it does give a really nice visual planner. So the three that I just named, one is known as Buffer. It has a simple user interface. There is a free tier available on Buffer as well, and it allows you also to schedule different posts, like for Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest, YouTube. So Buffer's one. Hootsuite's the one that I've used. That is for I've used it more. That supports really basically every major platform. Has really great analytics. So you just go to one dashboard and it'll tell you how your posts are performing. Later is the third one that I named. And then there's the Meta Business Suite, which I mentioned at the beginning. So that's if you want to simultaneously post to Facebook and Instagram. Also, for social media, at least planning, Canva, if you've ever used it, canva.com offers a content planner that allows you to design and schedule in one tool, and it works with Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and X. So basically, you can go to Canva, use its content planner. If you want to publish something using Canva, if you don't know what it is, it's basically like a free online graphic design tool. You can post to those different social media platforms. Ideally, you could just post, or you could just like basically connect all of these different social media platforms within the social medias themselves, but that kind of integration isn't currently available. So that's why you have to go to one of these third parties like Buffer, Hootsuite, Later. Um, but hopefully in the future they'll all be synchronized together. So if you want to make posts, that's one way to do it that um, is a little bit easier for you. Some other just tips that I have, certainly to have all of the apps on your phone, but also if they offer apps, if these different platforms offer apps on your computer, if you're using on a computer, that's a great way to do it as well. Certainly to have all of everything bookmarked, especially to the analytics pages. Um, some nice free software that I've used for content creation in order to publish on these different platforms. For graphic design is canva.com, and for video editing it's CapCut. CapCut is owned by the same people who own TikTok, and it's excellent video editing software that you can use on your phone. If you want to get into some real in-depth video editing for free, there's something called DaVinci Resolve, which is excellent software that you can use. Um, DaVinci Resolve is essentially like Premiere Pro up from Adobe, and Canva is very similar in many ways to interesting, perhaps tidbits that I could pass along, and different content. In terms of getting the information from people, usually these dashboards that I mentioned, um, using later, Hootsuite, Buffer will tell you how you'll really highly recommend using the dashboards that they have so that you don't have to go to each app individually. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I think it does, but maybe most of this today there, I think it doesn't answer this question. It's all about your platform, your big platform, right? You can pay you to use your platform to run multiple to one post posting if I'm correct.
That's correct. Use the Buffer dashboard for free and be able to simultaneously post to some of these different platforms. If you want to pay, Hootsuite is one that for which you have to pay, depending on where you are in the world. Later's another one, but then you can use the Meta Business Suite, which allows you to internally share to Instagram and Facebook simultaneously.
That's man, yeah, the next thing that will bring evolution to how we post content, bro. That's beautiful. And keep it up with the team. Because I hear building cool stuff. Are you building on base? Are you building on base? Are you from the base blockchain?
Please enlighten me.
Okay, so do you know what the blockchain is?
Yes, I know what a blockchain is.
Okay, so base is a blockchain that allows people to launch apps, you could build apps, you could create content, and post it on on-chain platforms on base. So I will just send the link to the account of base so you could check it out at your free time. Also made a post about how you could get started on bit of shit that would just say check it out your free time and explore and see if you can bring your platform on chain on base. Is that
Excellent.
okay for you?
Thank you for the alpha.
Okay, so yeah, big ups to you. Thanks for joining and good luck to your platform. And I still wonder how you tend to have such number of accounts, but it's all good. Learning from you. So yeah, Ali Wise, I see you. Danny, you what's up? David TM2, second David, I see you guys. I see Rema. The Rema, we hit the name because he be where I did. David just said nonsense. Rema for now. Meet yourself, big man. What's up? What's up, my bro? GM, Ekerson, Magic, bro. I just actually saw you have on another space, but I saw your post on WhatsApp, so I see I post the whole space, we post that on WhatsApp. So I just said, let me just join. And from the look of things, I'm late. But regardless, GM to you, David, GM to you, Rabbi, Makule, yeah, Makule, yeah. But anyways, Makule, Emmanuel, Ali, my guy. my boss here, my keynote speakers, they came to the show to remind him of this place tonight. Yeah. So that's what I do. I'm a content writer, and I always do. Also, young people, and young people, and sit up here, many other platforms. So tonight I want to see many of the brains behind the scene again in this space tonight. I mean, one of your people speaking. Some of the bosses I talk to, I never knew this would be with the dev team already. So it's going to be teaching us so many things at this space tonight. So I really love to see many of you on this space, and there'll be little people with the dev reach out to me and like, hey, we want to support your space tonight. So a little response have been credited to me for giving out some goodies at this space tonight. So they want to hop in. And then about the space, the link is the post I made about the space, but it's online here. They can do well to set reminders and then do other part of the space. That's what I've come to say. Thank you, Justin, again for this powerful platform to actually share myself. Thank you. Over to you, Marcus. You're welcome, my bro. You're welcome, my bro. Well, everybody has built that space at 8. I also have this space by that time. I was not going to get actually that space like a bridge to and that will be sharing the impact of it. I think we have some set of spaces that will be coming up today. So I'm going to be throwing up some space invite from the good space that will be coming up in that day by 8. So the people my professors will be basically going to be take up secrets. And all spaces are going to be having by the same today. I'm going to put them open for you guys to be able to set up the space invite so that everybody can be there together and actually have a good time on the space. Without wasting time, maybe everyone will start carrying up. Like, yeah, real day today. Can you hear me at all? Very good, bro. Okay, Jeremy, this is just I'm into a place where I have much to say. First of all, I recently started just into Web3. I'm not dominating Web2. I've been having this sincere hunger for Web3 for the past, this is my 11 days currently, so I'm just here to learn, listen to others, and pick my lessons. So that's all I've submitted one. So marketing, I'm a corporate, I'm marketing that too. So I know that Web3 is a world of it. I have to start feeling like it UBA is something that is not pleasant, but then so I have to work again and keep moving. Thank you very much. So good to see you because it's good to have you here. We are so pleased to have you here. Trust me, everybody's in the process of growing. And then keep joining this space and keep growing together. And I will just give you one thing that will say something to you guys. I don't even want to shout about it. I don't even want to shout about it. But I'll just go close to my mind and then this little, we call it sneak peek. If you actually examine, you understand what sneak peek is. Just again, an inclusion of the iceberg. Guys, we are starting our engagement space pretty soon. I can tell you absolutely this. But make sure you're listening very, very early so that you can we're going to bring up the format. And it's not just going to be like just 20 to 30 people. So you'll be engaging for them. Like the Johan session, we'll be having sessions from everybody. So you have to be part of it. I'll be having a post up on the job trap. You just have to show up very early on the space. Speak a repost and tag your friends. I never said anything though. I'm very humble in everything. Listen, you're just giving me 100. What's going on? Anyways, I'm ready. I'm here. What's up, my bro? Where are the real alphas? These bro people, they don't call me. They don't call me. So that maybe Papa, you want to marry close to the community. Let us know. Bad is very, very high. Anyways, I picked up a tree for newbies, the 5 days of policies I had here a few days ago. And the space I recorded, right? I think it will last up to 30 days of this. Delete it, I don't know, I think 30 days or so. Right? So the people that said they are newbies here, I know somebody said it's a newbie. You can't remember who said it. I think it's a newbie. Right? You want to go, yes, you want to listen to those spaces. I made it. So you want to check that out. If there's any other person here that's maybe check that out, it's a jumbotron. You want to get onboarded properly and with the right mindset. And I mean, you can see here that I am proposing to the Muslim community for marriage. So it means that we are on fire right now. So you better join our community so you benefit from this bright prices coming up. Anyways, some people don't even for me on the comment section already. They're telling me that I'm not bringing them up. And they are from Glen Alpha, so they're there for me. Now, Michael is actually yes, exactly who's that from them. That fire and all the kids. Michael, what's up, Michael? Don't pour me, please. Don't pour me, please. Don't pour me. Michael, are you there? Like my guys anyways, I can just see the class. Like this guy just GM God, what's going on, guys? What's going on back? What's going on? Guys, I just give you like call it guys, call the content, bro. Call the content. I'm not looking at the content. Let them watch it, bro. Call the content. I want this video, this guy. Anyways, try to continue. Please, people, I think I'm supposed to. Anyways, it's good to have you guys here. It's good to have you guys here. I'm feeling a lot of chats here. I think I'm going to drop my call and I'm going to bring it back up when the question came. I think I want to speak, but this network is bad. But without wasting time, I think we had Rabbi yesterday. So let's have a begin today. Rabbi, what's up, Jim? On you today. Just 2 minutes to talk and I'm going to call you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. GM, everyone. If you don't know who I am, I'm Rabbi Rothschild. You will. I stream my life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for world peace. My streams go back to the pandemic. We've seen the death of a queen, the birth of AI, the coronation of a king, and everything in between. This is a real life Truman Show, a real life Big Brother. This is a timeline, the time capsule of human achievement. If you weren't aware, in the 1990s, Bill Gates coined the phrase "content is king," and I'm making it true today. I'm king of the internet. This is the biggest event in global history, and here's why. In 2018, The Economist magazine stated that data had overtaken petroleum as Earth's number one resource, and I have more data archived on the internet than any person ever. I'm going viral. When I do, I want to make you, your friends, your family all financially independent. I want to ensure you have generational wealth. I want you to be able to start charities and philanthropic organizations of your own. I am unlike any influencer you're ever going to meet. I'm not live on one YouTube stream or two YouTube streams. I'm live on over 20 different YouTube streams simultaneously, 24 hours a day. If you want to view these streams, the link is in my profile. Additionally, it's in my pinned post. Also, you're going to find in my pinned post my link tree. I dare you to look at my link tree. I have more social media than any person ever. I have more content than any person ever. You also find a link to my Discord there. You can connect with me 24 hours a day. In addition to making you all rich and wanting to promote world peace, I want to help end world hunger through the use of technology such as agricultural drones, floating greenhouses, saltwater greenhouses, hydroponics, vertical farming, cloud seeding. I want to help end world thirst. I'm sponsored by a cryptocurrency that's worth about $100 million, and one of the things that we do is we build wells and water towers in developing nations such as Nigeria for the benefit of the less fortunate. Additionally, I'm an advocate for the LifeStar program and most importantly, desalination technology, where we pump earth seawater onto land and make it drinkable. If you're a reply guy, if you're a Web3 marketer, if you're a raider, you're a shiller, and you want a free mentor, coach, and friend, send me a DM. I will respond. Send me a follow. I will follow you back. I want you all to know that I'm here to support you both personally and professionally. I'm here to be a positive person in your life. I'm here to have an optimistic view on the future, and most importantly, I want to give people hope. And with that, I sincerely appreciate the opportunity to share.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And if you're looking forward to being in the storyline, to being a person who actually creates content, actually creating content, just go ahead and follow Rabbi and you can actually join his Discord as well to actually get more information about YouTube, streaming apps. Thank you so much for joining. I think it's the second time we're having a space. Let's hear from Michael. Michael, GM, how are you doing today? GM, I'm good. I guess I am. So I've been part of yeah, thanks. I've been part of group for a while now, and I've not been very active, so I apologize for that. Then I was active in city space. I learned a lot from city space, especially the part of financially, being able to cut my income according to savings, according to investment, and to be able to jump on opportunity. So the recent garden, web dev, front end, and I recently started something. I was applying for jobs, applying for jobs, and I thought of this that Web3 and the tech space has so many solutions and problems you can solve. So I started the process of running an LMS startup with chat AI, with AI chat, different AI, be it Grok, chat GPT. So I just started my startup. I'm still going to share more like that. I'll join more into spaces because I'm following that company one of the team members. Shout out to Syndicate, to Vicky, and to Joe. You guys are doing great. So I'm running a startup where you can run websites, but let me not go much on that. Just to mean that being on this space has not been on yesterday and today. And I hope to be part of all the groups and all the startup and contribute any way I can. And I saw solutions for people that want to bring their ideas. They want to run a startup, you don't have to go about it with simple AI and simple coding. You don't need to stress much, and I do that. You can see it in my profile. So I'm going to be sure that everybody I'm connecting. And thanks for this opportunity. It's a great space and it's a great thing that thing about it. Thank you so much for your love. We are not loving you. Please, I want you to like you see how the thing what is going like in minutes. I want you to see it. Like ever. I want you to just give us an insight about that. Because we have a developer I know that actually can do and the correct everything can do. You don't have the correct that something is not. So yeah, we just give you a one minute. I learned from my business. My startup is very simple. I'm still going to I'm doing two before this year runs out. The first one I'm doing it. You'll be able to build websites, be it as a mock-up website or an agency website, be it the AI chats, the AI white label website I did that. It's going to be using different stack of Next.js, Tailwind, with implementing Shard, CN, with Tailwind. So it's going to develop a mock-up website for you. Put your description and everything. It's going to be in 9 to 10 to 15 minutes. And it's going to have a button, a ready deployed button. It's very simple. If you want to use your domain and a different hosting, or if you want to still deploy with Vessel and have your own domain, you can run it. Then the second startup is simply simplifying communicating with LLM chatbot because most people want to move to US, they want to have visa solution, they want to know everything about visa because they don't get good information about it. Your tax is only about visa, everything with government wise. I'm just focusing on USA now before I bring in other countries. So it's today about
No, I don't have a question. Just when possible, I'd like to share some alpha with the room.
You want to pass an alpha in the room, right?
That's correct, but please ask the questions first.
No, no, I don't have a question. I was thinking of a question for Michael. That's why I'm asking. So actually just pick alpha, like, this.
Okay, absolutely. So if you're new to Web3 and you want more customers, this is a proven strategy that will work for you. First thing you need is a link tree. If you don't already have a link tree, you want to create one. They have an app and there's a website. You then want to go to the purple pill if you have the opportunity. I put a list of the top 30 social media platforms that are out there. You want to create those. This gives you uh, a five-pronged approach to be able to be successful in promoting yourself. The first thing it's going to do is give you 30 places for you to be able to post your content. The second is it's going to give you 30 places to be able to put your customers' content. Thirdly, it opens up 30 new communications channels with future clients. Fourthly, what it's going to do is make you rank very highly in all the social media, all AI, and in search engines, so that when people Google you or Bing you, they're going to be able to find you and your different profiles. And then finally, it makes it very difficult for people to be able to impersonate you. I can elaborate on why these are good processes, but I know I only have 1 minute. So if anybody's interested in just basic social media marketing, send me a DM. I'd be happy to send you all of the different social media that you can use. But the basic plan is what I help people to do is to put content on the social media so that it's not skeleton accounts, that it's robust. Then what we do is we teach people how to join different communities on X, Discord, Telegram, Facebook, and the like. Then I help people to learn how to make memes and market themselves with memes. I also teach people how to clip people's faces and do some interactions on Twitter so that hosts ask you to come back and that you thank them and such. I teach people how to make a Fiverr account, which is basically a third party app that will allow you to have a marketplace to be able to promote your skills to people who have deep pockets. And then the final thing I help people to do is get a 30-second shill, a 60-second shill, and a 3-minute shill, basically to be able to market yourself to potential clients in the future. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So let's move on to policy. I think they can hear us from our business. It's better for some people to be here. Yeah, Jim. Right. So I am going to pick my skills community wood. I am working with this Telegram, and I am also which is a community in the business of trying to continuous in the best things to get more basically without coming to the struggles doing the administration. So basically, currently, AI can scale voice to the virtual stuff. Usually, because it's things we have classes.
$1,600 followers. Oh, hey, Queen. Queen, apologies. How are you, my friend? Queen, can you hear me? Queen, you just muted yourself. Yes, can you hear me? You can hear me. Okay, excellent. So, welcome. I'm Rabbi Rothschild. Pleasure to meet you. I'm going to make sure that you become a social media marketing all star. What you should know is this is completely free. I'm not going to charge you, and the strategy that we use is completely free. The first thing that you're going to want to do, and I sent this in that message, is you create a link tree. You can do that on the Linktree website, which is linktree.com. You can also download their app on the App Store and Google Play. Once you do that, you are going to create the list of the 30 social media platforms that I sent you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Rabbi, that's a lot of social media. I understand. It's a little bit of work for a lifetime of results. What this is, pardon me, can you say that again, Queen?
No, I said yeah, sure. When I saw there were lots that they were not the social media companies, and I don't have most of them.
and that's okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to create them. It'll take you 1 or 2 days, but this is going to do five major things for you. It's going to allow you to post to about 30 different new places. It's going to allow you to promote your customers on 30 different new places. It's going to give you new communication channels to get more business. People won't have to find you only on Twitter. It's going to make it so that you rank really highly in search engines. So when people look for you, you show up right away. And then also it makes it very difficult to impersonate you. Do these things make sense to you?
Yeah, sure, it makes sense.
Okay, excellent. So then what we're going to do once you create the accounts, we're going to put some short videos that we're going to make with AI. And we're going to upload them to the appropriate websites or the appropriate social media platforms. These are going to populate you on YouTube Shorts and on Instagram Reels and on the TikTok algorithm so that when customers look at your accounts, they're just not bare. They have some content there and they're going to promote you. They're going to say something like, "Hi, I'm Queen and I am a Web3 entrepreneur. I look forward to helping you with your project. Please send me a DM. I'd love to connect." That's all it has to say. But basically, people are going to see that and they're going to like it. They're going to comment on it and you're going to get some DMs from it. I'm also going to teach you how. Go ahead, Queen.
Okay, can I use my character like my TFP, not this one from my ex, to create that video you're talking about?
Uh, can you repeat that?
Can I use my character like my Disney picture of an ex to create the video that you're talking about?
Absolutely, 100%. You can make it anything you want. Yeah. So I'm gonna make sure just to look at it right now. Yeah, your character from X is perfect. What we'll do if you want is we'll animate her so that she's the person talking. But I mean, does that sound okay to you?
Are you coming then?
Sure. We'll use the picture that you have on X of the lady with the hat, and we will animate her using AI. So she'll be the person promoting you, saying, "Hi, I'm Queen, and I'm a social media marketer. I would like to help you with your project. Please connect with me. I'd love to do business with you." I mean, something like that. Would that be okay?
Okay, sure, that's fine.
Excellent. So, yeah, we're going to use that picture that you have, and that'll be the representation of you. And you should know I'm also going to teach you to join different communities on X and Telegram and on Discord and some other places so that you increase your network because we know your network is your net worth and we want to increase both of those for you. I'm going to help you to learn how to clip people's spaces and to basically find alpha in spaces and then tag the host, the co-host, the speakers and such, and to put hashtags there so that these speakers know who you are and you get on their radar. I'm also going to help you to optimize your different social media profiles so that when people are searching for you, you're giving them accurate information about who you are and what you do. And I'm also going to help you make a Fiverr account, which is a platform that basically is a marketplace for people who are looking for people like you to be able to promote them on social media. And then we're going to teach you how to give pitches, a 30-second pitch, a 60-second pitch, and a 3-minute pitch. And then you're going to go into Shill and Chills, and you're going to be able to say, "Hi, everyone. My name is Queen. I hope you're all well. I want you to know that I am a social media manager who will help to promote you on all of my different social media. I have 30 different platforms from which to choose. When I partner with you, that means that you are going to get 30 times more DMs, 30 times more people buying your coin, 30 times more people who are interested in your project, 30 times more people buying your NFT or whatever else it may be. Additionally, I'm going to use my social media to be able to ensure that your project ranks highly, not just in social media, not just in search engines, but also in AI, so that we're providing positive data for these AI large language models and that they are creating accurate profiles on you and your project so that when other people search them, they get a positive impression of what they read. And I'm going to do this all for the same amount as what my competition is, but I'm 30 times better. And for these reasons, you're going to want to send me a DM. I'm not just going to be a one-time person who you with whom you connect. We're going to create a lifetime business partnership. You're going to come to me for any project that you have in the future because of the great results that I'm going to give you. If you're interested in partnering with me, send me a DM. I'd love to work with you. That's what you want to be able to say, right, Queen?
Ah, I understand what you mean.
Excellent. Okay. So then what you want to do is create your link tree and connect your social media to it. It's going to take you a couple days to do so. You don't want to put your personal social media on there. So you want to create a business Instagram and a business TikTok and things like that. If you have questions, come to me. I'm willing to help you with anything you need. If you run into challenges, let me know. You're also going to want to create a Gmail account that's specifically for your business, and then all of the other social media. And you may say, well, Rabbi, that's a lot of social media to manage. We're going to send all the notifications to your Gmail so that it's very easy for you to be able to manage it. And you'll just know when someone sends you a DM or connects with you through a follow or likes your post or comments or something like that. And then you're just going to get more business for yourself. And when people, hi, Queen, and when people connect with you, they're going to recognize that you're one of the best social media marketers in Web3. That's what you want, right? That's what you want, right, Queen?
So,
Excellent. Okay. So do you have any questions?
no, I don't. Well, I'm going to get back to your question. I was on call before I got to go, so I want to go back to the space now.
Absolutely. You go back to the space. If you have questions, connect with me. I'm here to answer any questions that you have, either now or in the future. I look forward to helping you, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome, Queen. Take care.
And yes, I too got banned, restricted. My account was locked, so I had to like do the whole capture verification before I could get in. So anyone here, you may want to avoid following people that don't have any likelihood to follow you back. That's my thing. So you can see them. They said by their account, you know them. Following maybe two people, then followers 1,000. Don't want them. Even if they follow you, they will not follow. I don't know how they used to do it that they just own accounts more like banks. But that's why they were not here to rant. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So yes, expandable. The last question for you is, how did you get to come across watching space? Yeah, I know it. I know about the space. It's the whole joke to you. You're bad. You're bad. You expanded as well. It's really a wonderful space and space you get Trinity. It's yeah, it's a new one.
Absolutely, I'd love to tell you about my project. I'm Rabbi Rothschild. If you don't know who I am, you will. I stream my life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for world peace. I've been doing so for more than 4 years. My streams go back to the pandemic. We've seen the death of a queen, the birth of AI, the coronation of a king, and everything in between. This is a real life Truman Show, a real life Big Brother. This is a timeline and a time capsule of human achievement. In the 1990s, Bill Gates coined the phrase content is king, and I'm making it true today. I'm king of the internet. This is the biggest event in global history, and here's why. In 2018, The Economist magazine stated that data had overtaken petroleum as Earth's number one resource, and I have more data archived on the internet than any person ever, which is making me a very influential person. I'm going viral, and when I do, I want to make you, your friends, your family all financially independent if you're not already. I want to ensure that you have generational wealth if you don't already, and I want you to be able to start charities and philanthropic organizations of your own. I'm unlike any influencer that you're ever going to meet. I'm not live on one YouTube stream nor two YouTube streams. I'm live on over 20 simultaneous YouTube streams 24 hours a day. You can view my life in 360 degrees. I even have a ceiling camera. If you want to view my cameras, the link is in my profile. You can also find a link to my YouTube and my pinned post. You'll also find in my pinned post a link to my link tree. I dare you to look at my link tree. No one's going to dare you to look at their link tree, but I do because I have more social media than any person. I have more content than any person. You will also find a link to my Discord in my pinned post. It's discord.me/rabbi. We have over 2,500 people who have joined, and we continue to grow each day. In addition to making you all rich and wanting to promote world peace, I am an advocate for ending world hunger through the use of technology, such as agricultural drones, floating greenhouses, saltwater greenhouses, hydroponics, vertical farming, cloud seeding. I want to end world thirst. I'm sponsored by a cryptocurrency that's worth about $100 million. And one of the things that we do is we build wells and water towers in developing nations such as Nigeria for the benefit of the less fortunate. Additionally, I'm an advocate for the Life Straw program and, most importantly, desalination technology, where we pump Earth's seawater onto land to make it drinkable. If you're a reply guy, if you're a Web3 marketer, if you're a shiller, if you're a raider, and you want a free mentor, coach, and friend, send me a follow. I will follow you back. Send me a DM. I will respond. I want you all to know that I am here to support you both personally and professionally. I am here to be a positive person in your life. I'm here to have an optimistic view on the future. And most importantly, I want you to know that I want to give people hope. And with that, I sincerely appreciate the opportunity to share. I'll be with you in a second, Joe Jacks.
If I have been asking, how did you get to know about emotion?
This is an excellent question that you're asking. The word shill is in the title, and I go wherever anybody lets me shill, share, or promote myself and tell people about my project. So that's how you got me hooked.
Oh, okay, that's lovely, and I really loved your show. It was formative and perfect. So yeah, Mimi, you said you love to like be a co-host. I don't know, you cannot take this spot
Joe
for
Jacks, I'll be with you in
members
just a
who have to
second.
talk. So you could like drive a bit. Let's see how you are going to make it. And also, I just saw three gens, and then I also
Joe Jacks, can you hear me?
so maybe okay, everyone wants to say something. So everyone the floor is
Joe Jacks, can you hear me?
Okay, okay. I just wanted one more question for Rabbi. Because I've been in spaces, Rabbi, you come up like you shoot yourself. The way you speak, the speech, like, is inspirational, right? And then, I just wanted to know, right? Whenever you come up on spaces to show yourself, do you say that to yourself, or maybe you have something pre-recorded where you get to play for us?
Oh, it is completely organic. I don't even have it written. I've been saying it for 4 years, so I have it very well memorized.
Real. You're the real. Yeah, you at least if you're here and you don't follow Rabbi, just get to that. You heard him before months back, and I can say, right, I can attest to that. He actually follows back. So yes, thank you, Rabbi, for doing yourself. That was an amazing one. And great project you've got going. And I look forward to the beautiful things you're gonna give to him, right? Yeah. Thank you, Rabbi. So Big King, you can go ahead. Well, I try to get back to work.
Joe Jets, can you hear me?
Thank you so much for giving us your time before you go back to work. Yeah, that's really lovely. So yep, what's good, my bro? I'm good, bro. So, what ways? Okay, let's not trade them. Have you said straight them around the mic? What I'm saying, them in the building. Okay, Tejas. Okay, yeah, I see him in the building. So, yeah, welcome. I thought you rocked the boy, yeah, it's back. So, yeah, welcome, Tejas, and everybody on the speaker and the listener section. Or I like you to do right now is to I've not been seeing anybody max engage in my but yeah, we have to do max engage when it goes to the public appeal. Like the space, that's not for friends to come in, and yeah, we're gonna be having amazing things. Although you can afford to miss it. So yeah, my bro, you have the flow, my bro. Thinking you have the flow. Okay. So, greetings. I think you're connecting. I think I saw you connected. Lex have spoken. I don't think I've heard from you. LEX Alpha. I'm good. Morning. Over and good afternoon. GMJ, everyone on the space. I just joined in and why you hear me can you laugh? Why you love this game? I go shoot my mouth. He said, I'm good. When you give that much, you can understand. I don't know. What you just said about to me just now, you feel gay to me. So I sounded gay. That way I said. Like anytime you ask me how are you doing, I'm just like, I'm fine. I mean, it goes maybe to my two sisters. I spoke with two sisters. So sometimes I sound funny. But it's not true. I'm just listening. It's just that that's how I sound. So when you said that, I started laughing at myself because I'm used to that. And the videos of because that's what you had to do. But anyways, mine is your sorry. Okay, I don't understand. Maybe not 14 gives them the bad thing. Give them the last step. I thought this. I don't hear me. Like, don't put sharp. Is that not like I came here to just enjoy the space? I'm writing my record. So I'm listening in and I would like to also contribute. I'm not going to follow everybody. I'm following everybody right now. So let's kick it off. Back to you, Mr. Cruz. Shout out to everyone in the space as well. Before you move in, so how did you get to come across watching series? Yeah, that kind of get kind of notification says she's there, so I follow. Yeah, I'm following you from the background. So that's really good to display that lovely. Rabbi, you want to well,
Absolutely. When possible, may I drop some alpha? Excellent. Thank you for the opportunity. This is for anyone who's in Web3. If you don't already have a crypto wallet, you want to make sure that you do. There are people who will have airdrops and giveaways. Some people will give you crypto, some people will give you NFTs. Make sure you have a crypto wallet, but make sure you download it from one of the verified sources, such as the Google Play Store or from the App Store. You don't want to allow a third party to give you the link because this could perhaps compromise your security. Additionally, once you get your crypto wallet, you want to make sure that you write down your seed phrase. You want to physically write it down and you want to store it in a safe place, ideally a safe, a lockbox, a fireproof box, someplace like that where it's difficult for someone to get to it, and additionally, it's in a safe place. You never want to save your seed phrase on your device, especially because you could drop your phone, somebody could steal your phone, somebody could hack in, and you're giving them the keys to the castle if they have your seed phrase. You also want to ensure that you never share your seed phrase with anyone. especially if it's someone who you don't trust, but even people who you do, someone in your community or a close friend. Just know if you share your seed phrase with them, they're going to be able to essentially steal your entire um, wallet. Another good um, another good strategy is to have a cold wallet. If you don't know what a cold wallet is, it's basically a wallet where you store your cryptocurrency, but it's not active. So you transfer your cryptocurrency to your cold wallet, and then you make transactions with your warm wallet, so that you're able to protect your savings. Another piece of advice that I like to give people is to ensure that your phone is backed up. You don't want to drop your phone, have somebody steal your phone, or some other issue happen with your device, and you lose all of your data. You lose all of your contacts. So make sure you not only back up your phone, you also upload that backup onto the cloud so that you can get it at another time. Another great tip, a lot of people don't know, especially if you have an Android device, there's a website called spacesdashboard.com. If you've never been to it, it's spaces, the word spacesdashboard.com, and it is the absolute best resource that you're going to find if you're interested in any spaces. It allows you to search all of the spaces. I bet you all didn't know that there are over 400 different English speaking spaces going on right now, but there are. And in order to find a space like this, I was able to use a search function to be able to find the word shill, and it brought up this space and it allowed me to be here. You want to use these types of tools to your advantage. Additionally, it Spaces dashboard organizes all of the spaces in whatever way you wish, whether it's largest to smallest or chronologically, ones that have started most recently to ones that have been going for the longest amount of time. It also allows you to organize spaces based on crypto, NFT, investing, finance, whatever your interest may be. It's an excellent, excellent resource. It will also tell you who's speaking in spaces. It allows you to get the recordings of previous spaces. It tells you even information such as how many spaces a host has perhaps started in the last year, how many times a certain person has spoken or been a speaker in a space. A lot more data is available on Spaces dashboard. And with that, I sincerely appreciate the opportunity to drop that alpha.
Yeah, thank you so much for that offer. Because in this space, you have to be very vigilant and very keep your wallet secured because there are a lot of bad actors out there that are ready to drain your wallet just to feel theirs. So let's all be very careful. Let's see, you still have something to say. Here's what I have to say. It's all not damage. All this siphon, all these things, what kind of friends? All not damage. What is it? What is your business? We are very confident on what you want to do. So you're going to see. In their bond, you know, you are not for it. Jesus. Would have this like maybe at the end of the show, there are still projects here, maybe they should give us so people could get like job opportunities. So Regents, I can see you. Please, the floor is yours. And before you come up, or before you start speaking, maybe accept the co-host request. Fortune has been sending you the request, and you said you wanted to be a co-host, so today is your day. You could accept it and be the co-host today. So Regents, please let's see what the alpha you have for us today. Corona, yo, Rabbi, thanks for the alpha, bro. Just realizing I never heard this Spaces dashboard. I see that you're also live while you're here. How is this even possible to run a space and be here? That's the next level. Next level stuff Rabbi's got going on.
You're absolutely right. So I have been doing video spaces 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the last half year. So you can actually go back and watch all of my video spaces and all of the different spaces in which I've been. I have multiple devices that allows me to do this, but yeah, you're exactly right. You can see that I too am having spaces simultaneously while I am enjoying this space. And if you have an iOS device, you can actually see I'm on camera. That's correct. Isn't that a shame? It's been 2 years and the Android version has still not been deployed. But yeah, iOS devices are the only ones that can start video spaces and also view the video in video spaces.
Wait, so I was just like doing that for myself. That's maybe anyways. Okay, wait. And I think video spaces are still bugging me out, so I'm just going with audio. Alright, you guys asked me for alpha, so dude, we've been upping the giveaways every single day. We started giving away 3 of these .tgn NFTs, and then we gave away 4 yesterday, and today we give away 5 of these things. $395 worth of value. So what is a .tgn NFT? Well, you guys have heard of .e, right? You know, ENS, those short wallet names. There's not that many available, and you're kind of renting those, right? You have to keep paying every single year. This is a one-time thing. When people either buy them or win them, you own them forever. So that's first of all, you have a dope wallet name. But what's even cooler is these things are gaining both agentic and automatic trading capabilities. You can do things like dollar cost average, you can have conversational trust with the blockchain, and these wallets are getting multiple airdrops sent to them. So this was built by a guy called Timo. He has this token called Insure. They're insuring nature. Insure is like with an E. So 1 million Insure tokens are getting airdropped to these. Plus you get a little bit of TGN, and you're wrapping it in your display name. So you have like maybe.tgn, for example, Rabbi.tgn. Then you'll be getting more TGN over time. These are sent to you. You're being a good person at the timeline, you're repping it, and you're earning more TGN. So you're getting multiple airdrops, and it's way more functionality, and you actually own it forever. Giving away 5 of those. Big Bag knows he's gonna go crazy with this competition. You get out what you put in, like literally one comment which tags someone is an entry, and you can do as many entries as you want. So, like, you know, if you really want one of these, you tag a ton of people in the comments that can post, and you're really likely to win. So, hope you do win, and hope we see you on the spaces later. Much love, back to you. Oh, man. It's lovely. I've been following you guys for a long while, and I love to have like this dot T. What's it again? Yeah, dot T. Yeah, I would love to have that. I tagged a lot of people yesterday, but I did it out once. I didn't do it like one entry, one person. So, yeah, see, that's the thing. You tell them.
Yo, big dog, how are you?
Because I do random numbers on here. Yeah, so make sure you're doing a lot of that.
Excellent. You should know I can't hear that well on this device. If you have the chance, I have a Discord. Please join it. It's discord.me/rabbi. The link is in my the link's in my profile here too. And I'd love to talk to you and help you if I can. Yeah, come to my Discord. Discord.me/rabbi. The link's in my profile. Come to my Discord if you can.
I'm so sorry, I wasn't with you. So I was looking at these things. What was being said and worship. And you know that I will get sent in statement. So started worship. So do you want to back to your chores or you want to still be here? Yes, no, like I would send you a message once I'm done. Maybe this message thing of not sending. Okay, so do you have any question? We'll just wait for her to let me when she's done. Yeah, come on. And I continue my she's like, okay, guys, GM, everybody. Let me first to the others, let me first greet my host, GM for GM, GM for King, GM for me. Probably I'll watch my GM Block Move, GM Lex, GM Big Bag, GM Rabbi, GM Prince Israel, Shiny GM Shooting, GM Expander, GM Messi, GM Victor, thank you so much for following me. GM Biggest, Marking, GM, thank you so much for following now. Mike Wayne, GM Gives, GM City, GM to you, Deck Bills, GM Big Sammy, GM Universal, GM GM Jesus Pablo, GM Samari, GM PNC, GM North, GM Amir, GM GM Money, GM Zenut, and GM Senior. So welcome to the space. Like it's really amazing having you guys here. So basically we're here to like show ourselves, show what we're doing in this space, royal job and individual oil projects. And we believe that coming to this space, coming to Web3 means that you're building something amazing as an individual. When I usually refer to each every individual, whether project or not, all individuals, I believe we are all alphas. You are not an individual, you are an alpha because you are building yourself to be the best in the ecosystem, to contribute value to the ecosystem, and to also project out here. I believe that you are building something sustainable, something to keep the ecosystem growing. So if you are a job, this is like a chance for you to actually show yourself. So everybody will be giving the mic to actually show what they are doing in this space. So if you are shy, just come out of your comfort zone. You're literally not talking to it like you're not facing somebody who's done very well. So do us like request the mic, want to hear what you do in the space. And I'm sure there are amazing projects that are looking for team members to collaborate with and push their projects in that next level they want. So I'm going to pass the mic to Lex D. I'm good. I'm good, guy. So I Lex, how are you doing? What's up? The mic is yours.
If I didn't talk about the one I'm doing, but since our whole say is about this, alright, fine. I'm in a DAO system, but in that DAO system, the first product we're rolling out is the product of certification. Now, as we all know, some of those certifications don't pass Web2 lifestyle. There's no way you can actually validate that some of your certifications that are gotten from the Web2 system, you can actually verify it on the Web3 lifestyle. So, the first product, although we had a bootcamp 2025 this year, we had April till we stopped at when it was, I forgot what, we stopped when it was around July, August. So we're on the certification phase and we're going to actually use that as the first product of the DAO system before we come to governance. Because certification is the best. Why now? You can't tell, okay, somebody that you are claiming is a community manager or the person that has project management insights is actually educated about it. So we're rolling out a product whereby you can not just sorry, is it just me or is it Rabbi?
He's Rabbi.
Rabbi, no, you can't get deep. Anyways, you just got to know God. Oh yeah, bro, Vicky, you there? Yeah, man. It's kind of the one that I deeply reposted this pizza. Mass engaging. I do not see some of the blind guys that are here. Oh yeah, well, you know what to do, right? We should be having the box giveaway for now. To be most active for the blind guy. So yeah, just you know what to do, and yeah, let's continue, bro. Yeah, Vicky, shout out to the that just never thinking. So those max engaging in the platform, yeah, we have big bag, big EXT, big Sammy, Wizard, oh shit, Wizard, Becca, Rabbi, boys, Abdul the Crypto, yeah, Abdul Crypto, Becca, Benedict, Becca, gifted with three, gifts with three, big King, that's nice, big King, and gifts with three, just coffee cake. People that are actively maxi engaging. You have a project, you need a reply guy, you need a community moderator, you need a community manager. Those are the people that you love to employ. Those are the people that you love to work with because those are the people that are actively showing their worth and actively doing the work. So we're going to move on to our next speaker. Who do we have next? We have Block Voice. Good my bro. Voice the album today. Okay.
Everybody, Ginger for John, Bikini, Becca, Big Back, China Girl, yeah, Opeticals observed.
Give you a better advantage of people with 10K accounts. It will give you a better advantage with people with 5K accounts because it actually feels like you're so responsive to see their message and their quality. So, all you do is like, once you see them, please whoever doesn't use ChatGPT on the space to download the ChatGPT because it will actually guide you. So, you load, you ask ChatGPT what to provide less look at any program here, okay, as my sake, project zero. So now say we not text ChatGPT, giving me friendly manner. So you ask, good morning, how you make ChatGPT on our site? It will actually give you a natural and responsive reply. So we not text a project overview and check what's the product building and what solution is it providing so that ChatGPT knows like the information you're giving him. ChatGPT knows how to respond to you. All question at the ambassador forms, you get an articulated version of it. So that's it. So once you apply, you have to get your account active at least one post a day, so that you see active and once you apply, you have to turn on your notification so that any tweets they make you are there. Any tweet they make you are there. If they say that they are actually onboarding people on their Discord or they have any community room or you are there. So once they will actually notice you. Once they will actually notice you. And I can assure you that in every 100%, you are 80% likely to get the job. So that's the alpha EV. Yeah, so as we proceed, if more firms all connect each other, how we need to connect with everyone here. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So, guys, Dear contribution from Kimba Nights Token, Catching, Catching. I think this Catching had an ambassador program, right? Yes, this is not an ambassador program. Okay, they've already selected. They have already selected. So we have someone from Timothy just sent one from Strike Cardano, and there's one from Arbitrum. So LC might just have the mic to speak while I'll show you the speaker. LC have the mic. Let's see you. Okay, so my point is, maybe I didn't hear his context properly. I've heard that he's speaking on his name, Sam. Because at the dress of them, I jumped that fast. So yeah, so maybe I didn't hear his context, but what I heard was you can feel vibes from us. Just how you can expect. Yeah, maybe it is true now. But before this one of my guys, I had the meeting, everything was set. Yeah, the feel like enormous amount of ambassador votes that he used to get like of all the things you get. So if there's something that you can achieve for a time, maybe that was them. But now if it is possible, yes, okay. See, as they said, keep feeling to them. Just keep feeling properly. So there was a media view, and you just want not to much. So you have to like something focus. I just shot you because of Jesus Christ. But I think it comes with how you actually feel the films. Most times, most people don't know how to feel invested in films, right? So we just feel like you already want it. Personally, if I want to feel invested in film, I could joke how first of all, for that project, what do you always like talking about? What do they always like talking about first? People that are related to the project, how do I follow some people that are related to the project? How do I feel those films? Feeling as of one, from being one or two lines, I would feel so the person will go even read my publication will say, before you read 3 lines, they don't say, I beg you, pick up the back and forth. But that's Sarah, the space where everybody let me just shout out to the space. Massive shout out to shout out to Mike, Mr. Katie, Spike, please. Space, we're just here to connect with people, share ideas, learn two things from everybody, from each other, So yes, we are here because guys have been speaking about ambassador firms, and we have ambassador firms already. So the work we like, either you over $100,000 USDT plus keep from top creatives. Yes, let me just talk about this immediately. I think I should we fill the form by my space? Should we fill the form by my space? So join their community, introduce yourself, direct your comment to me. Feel drop a comment that you feel and would love to join them. If possible, let me pass you let me check their following. I think their founder should be there somewhere. Yes, I found the founder. I just dropped a theory for the founder. The founder doesn't have much followers, so it's actually very easy to get his attention. It's very easy to get his attention at this point because they know plenty. They know plenty. One important thing is joining early, being very early for a project like this gives you extra edge. So basically one thing I'm keep quiet to I just follow the founder and just dropped a few lines for him. Obviously he doesn't have much things going on in his profile. So yes, definitely he's going to see me. He's going to see and another people another place of people that actually really best look out for are the marketing officers. The marketing manager, the community manager. Yes, because they actually check out the person's maybe actually your community, check out the professional friends with the friends. These are the guys that are eventually going to give you the free pass to their ambassador program. And if you have time, you check out Project Club, Project Club. I think the project club is on the link here. Yes, so you can make free posts about them today. And you post it, send it to the DM. I think the DMs are but send it to the community. Please ask permission if you can actually send it to the community. And if you're given the permission, you drop your poetry there and tell the community to engage with you. Simple things like that. Just project just the people and just there. Support them from time. If you show yourself to be that person, definitely you actually get it. So people should observe these people that it's too good. So whenever you this one before, check them out. You have talent to get that. This is an African project. This is an African project. Personally, but if you have time, you can just open this. I think it's from the project, so it's just for people. I really don't like I say I do support African project. Actually, it's just catchy, professional. This is not an ambassador. I think they've already selected. Right? So let me take that notes. Take that notes. And yes, this is the ambassador from. We scroll down the ambassador from pages. You can see that they already responded to people. Yes, so just push it. He don't even have followers. Account based in Nigeria. Oh my god, and it's supposed to end farm impression. Okay, let me just keep that for now. Just keep that for now. But strike on that, I think I saw this. This the US very most people are I'm glad for this. Let me see if I can shoot them with DM. Hey, the DMs are so I'm going to shoot them with DM right now. Let me see how it goes at the end of the day. Let me just check for yes, the CEO, people driving the community lead, top guys, early values, and just come here, this strike, yes. They don't have much people supporting the project, so you can just put them chairs, and back them. So I'm just releasing some of these projects. Yep. I don't know if anybody has share your opinion about what is happening in this space. I know you it to say gym. If you say gym, so most project like that, they will not answer you. So you just pitch, tell them everything they want to do, and they will make it work. Right? If you pitch it, you make it work. Tell them whatever you want to do them in one message. And if they see your message, if they feel that because they see such messages, they're going to want to check it. Right? Yes, if you see such messages, you check people's profile. So they're going to check your profile. And if they want to in, they're going to respond. If they don't want to in, they might just ignore your message. But that doesn't mean you should right? Yes, because there's other products out there you can check the same thing from. Definitely pick you. I hope you're together. I fit together. I don't know. Nobody. Me, I'm not interested. Catch on this space. I don't know how I'm just maybe it's because of it's our first time hanging out together here. So I don't really know people when I'm on yet. And people yesterday can already I know that there's some white people. There's some white people that I was not so right. So I'm still waiting for you to request on the mic. Come and say something. Request on the mic. Come and say something. I'm actually cooking something for everybody. What we should do because ambassador programs. What we should actually look at for ambassador programs. I've seen cases where people get scammed in the process of applying for them. Not because not only ambassador engagement, like for doing justice. Instead of getting into it, recently, I say something. You have the right to say something. Chrissy, because okay. So let me just quickly red flags that we should know about as ambassadors. So red flags we should know as ambassador programs. First of all, there's some projects that apply for jobs and you get an email that you have been selected to be an ambassador. That is the greatest flag of all red flags. Personally, if I do apply for a job and I get an email telling me to join a particular telegram and I'm calling ambassadors, I will not join. I will not join. Every time you have two cases, right? They will see first time around it. It's either already number two is eating that was found. Yes, there are projects that actually want to find the message of right. Yes, they will be able to see that very as this even 5 meters inspiration they will want to find because they know that okay, we are people that can actually push out some stuff for them. So they want to find so beyond the fact of projects that send you email or send you a message when you have not applied for it. When you have not applied for a job, yet you don't even done anything with themselves. There's a project that actually sends me a request to join the ambassador program and they got done. That made them not have to answer so yes, I do accept jobs. When a person dawns to believe, he had in his mind, he did the however we're going to do that word. Again, that's not me saying that's the greatest postscript that exists today. That's their explanation. And I say it existed in the sound mind of God when he knew what it means to dawn. The word of God in his hand and in his hand. Spiritually, he knew what it means to sit in a dwelling place for 7 days in a sukkah, a spiritual one, etc., etc. Later on, in order to later on, in order to manifest this and to transmit it to a whole nation, you need physical acts. And that's what God brings it into physicality. Eat matzah, sit in a sukkah, wave the branches of a palm tree, and X, Y, and Z physically. Because for an entire nation, it can't be high up in the spirituality like Abraham was, Isaac, Jacob, etc., etc., reverse course of that spirituality. Okay, you can think the whole day about the after the fact of a friend, but you're a terrible person. So you have to physically become a better person. So, according to the Shita, yes, Esau should have been spiritually an animal. Okay, he understood what it means to not cause from the neck, but from the throat. That's actually understood that, and that's the Shita that they're talking about. Later on, it's going on mass and just look how Shita and evolved because the Israel were not allowed to eat meat at all. Okay, not the Israel, the whole humanity until Noah prevented that. The people ate meat. But again, meat was not permitted until you actually give a korban to Hashem. Even in the scripture, in the Chumash, it says that Besalat Hava, which means until a certain point when the people went into Israel, just buying a steak in the kosher deli was not permitted if it was a part of a sacrifice ritual. Later on, they actually loosened the tie on that, and people ate meat because of the degradation of generations. So even that went through a process from a higher spiritual understanding of what Shakti is to the masses that let them eat the sun once they go to the land of Israel. They have to fit in, etc., etc. So that's a long explanation to your kid's question. Landing my plane, it takes, you have to evolve, okay? Simple answer, more complex, more complex, more complex, until he's older to understand this concept. And when you're older, when you're 40, 50, you delve into, you bring proof to that, you look throughout the Bible, and you try to get your head around the idea that I just presented. Thank you for that. Yeah, the reason why I say it is when you leave the shoes in your 20s and leave the pool you have. It's the reason why kids leave your baby because you struggle. You want to give the right answer off the bat. You want to develop yourself over time. But you know it's not going to end close. That's why I'm looking forward to this is all like stuff that I had in my head because I haven't been able to get hands I can start with this. But it is a little perplexing, like the cars concept of Isaac's the concept of shuttling, or basically slaughtering, did exist. So we give all these to the kid, but when he gets older and he gets very versed in Talmud, if you learn half of the Talmud, 3/4 of it, when he's 18, he's going to ask tough questions. Okay, my boy who's 19 is like giving me the run for my money. Okay, he's not a pusher. He's like, he was playing Duchess all the time. Okay, if I'm not reading the Duchess right, and I'm giving him the wrong answer, I'm not really showing. He's already reading me, and thank God he's reading me. Okay, Rabbi's my
Whatever person's who open from that space, they're on the list. They get deported.
kind of normalized. Because I mean, it's very pleasing to hear my friends in the space. So this season, right? Of course, most of us actually have touched a fair bit of memes. So and there was two times short BNB meme season. CC Dawn, and then afterwards we have, of course, the always Chinese memes. So, so big memes have this attractiveness, right? But to me, it has actually lost a certain meaning behind what memes are. In the very beginning, most of the memes that we see, they started off with being convicted, super big conviction kind of community, right? They are just crazy, they keep building, they just want to talk, they just want to get the words out, everybody's shitting on non-stop. That is how it is, right? Everyone is doing their own crazy shit and so forth. But right now, even because of how
Andy, shut the fuck up and let me talk, dog. I got the answers.
easy most of these guys have forgotten what a truly $1 billion like. So I can only dream about $1 billion meme, getting people to agree on more
Do you think
consensus
this guy really
basis,
has $100,000?
work together,
Do you
not
think
only
he's
from a community basis, but also
uh,
on those venture caps,
who knows? Maybe,
those
but
influencer. We need to have that kind of
Andy,
environment
shut the fuck
consensus
up and let me talk.
and
Dog, I'm better than you.
this $1 billion meme that is sustainable, right? You could have that challenge me saying there are a couple of $1 billion memes, but most of them they didn't last more than a week, right? $1 billion market cap dropped, all the way down. Some could be less than a tenth of their all-time high, right? Some others on Binance spoke, Binance spoke, it didn't do very well. So the community vibes are different. Things are different. So I just want to get people out to have a chat. How how they feel, right? What else is missing? Just come on, have a chat. I didn't really plan this spaces. I didn't also start it. No problem. Let's have a bit of a discussion, right? Rabbi, what's it, Rabbi?
It's Rabbi. Thank you for having me here, Andy. I'm in agreement with you that a lot of the excitement over meme coins has fizzled. That doesn't necessarily mean, though, that it cannot increase in the future. I think memes, under the right circumstance, have the opportunity to catch fire again, but perhaps currently isn't the right circumstance. The reason why I think that memes in general and meme coins are so powerful is they can create culture very quickly. They can turn complex ideas basically into instant stories that are shareable. A lot of crypto is full of complicated tech, and memes are really easy for a large population to be able to understand. I think they create identity and belonging. People love the humor of them. They love a mascot. It's easily identifiable. It's easy to share inside jokes, and that can be very valuable. Additionally, with every meme, there's the opportunity at it being able to go viral, and with that viral speed, we can see growth. I think that is certainly important. Um, Memes certainly it depends on the environment, but they many times have the opportunity to let a lot of people participate, especially if it's an easily identifiable or easily identifiable meme, or perhaps something that gives people a sense of contribution. I also think that really memes can, under the right circumstances, turn tokens into movements, but perhaps under the current financial landscape, it's just not the right time. I think that we will see memes eventually take off. There will be ebbs and flows within the meme space. Uh, and it's just currently not the right time. I'm in agreement with you. We've seen so many meme coins, especially between like 2022 and 2024. Um, it was like one week after another, what meme was going to take off and catch the excitement of not just the X space, but all of Web3. And we'd see, and now their communities are disjointed. They are worth a fraction of what they once were. But even though that may be the current environment for the meme token industry, I don't think that that perhaps is going to be the permanent environment. I think memes have a great amount of potential for the aforementioned reasons that I stated, and I'd like to know everyone's thoughts.
I hear this many times when people say, "Oh, this meme now become, what's so special about it being a movement where there's only like 5, 10 people? What movement are we talking about?
Well, it's not going to be successful if it's 5 or 10 people, but something like the Pepe coin that had mass appeal, it was easily identifiable. Certainly, I think it was after NFT New York, when that took off within the weeks afterward. There was a certain familiarity to it. There was a certain feeling that there was a community within that. The people had met IRL, or many of them within the community. And I would say that that's one of the exceptional cases. People like this sense of contribution, that not only can they make money, which is really exciting to people, but also the fact that they can laugh about it, and it's an inside joke, that there's perhaps the opportunity at something greater, and just gaining more support. It's easily identifiable. Anybody can go around and say, this is the next Bitcoin, and it has a very technical name. That's not as exciting as saying, hey, this is the dog coin, or this is the cat coin. That's very easily identifiable. So I think because of the simplicity of memes, that's why they're attractive to a larger population. Doesn't mean they're necessarily better, but the fact that they're easily identifiable, they're easily understandable, and the information can perhaps go viral because of the humor that's involved, or the community, makes them very attractive to some investors.
Like I said, I really want to look at how people view movement and memes and so forth. Rolling, what do you have in mind? I have in mind that maybe to differentiate between memes and interesting in memes. Most of the people get into memes because they just like the vibe, they like the humor, and believe it or not, I spoke to some people, and some people told me that they were depressed some time ago, and they were reading memes from Doge, from Pepe, and it pulled them out of this depression. Okay. It's much, but it's somewhat a bit magical, right? So, but what? So let me ask you this. Of course, meme will be fun, and so forth. It can also be not fun. But why do you think memes are the community magnet? Not to others, but to you. Why do you think it is? I think if you will look back before all this crypto and investment, memes were on forums. People were joining together. They actually had fun. Once the money is aside, people were on forums, on Reddit, on anywhere else, they were creating memes, they were photoshopping things for free without any really, just out of enthusiasm, because they actually had fun. And people kind of got into it, and there were big groups. And I think that once the money came and all of this monetization and stuff, and it's changed the game. And most of people are talking about memes, but how many in this group or online are willing to participate in groups? How many of you are willing to make memes or have fun actually, besides just where do I put my money in? Most people, to be honest, they are not, and that is actually the very sad part of things, right? So put it this way, I was actually going through some of the Telegram groups. Some of these memes have $1 billion market cap. I can see some of them, they are listed on Binance, Spot. When I go there, I say, hey, come by. Not a single soul. Like, what happened to all the people, man? I just couldn't get why people are so different right now. I just couldn't get. I heard that the gentleman before you, he was saying everything sounds correct, but then nothing really stick. What is what's really missing in today's meme culture? Is it because you didn't like the memes anymore? Is it because there's a lot of money lost? What is it, bro? I just want to use this session to brainstorm what could become a $1 billion meme, right? What do you think? What is really missing from this equation? For me, the soul is missing. Actually, the reason, because I'm online for a very long time, as you know, and I saw all the memes from the motivators to troll face, and before that, and I know every meme. I know Forever Alone. I know Pep. I know absolutely everyone. And at the time, I was always happy to see memes. And now when I go on X, I'm like, oh, another one. What's the humor? They literally copy each other. There's no originality. There's nothing new for me. I don't know if it's the same for you. I remember memes as a magnet, not because it is just funny, but you can see the kind of brotherhood, the kind of sisterhood, the kind of family, right? Right now, it's just totally missing. We can of course laugh about it and say, oh, the market is bad and so forth. But if we remember back then, no matter how bad the market is, there are still people looking for it and believing in it. I just felt that could it be because the memes right now, people just don't put the heart and soul into creating them. So people just couldn't relate to memes anymore. I'm also thinking, so yeah, I want everyone to say, money, bro, I want everyone to retweet the room, right? There's only one retweet. I purposely didn't want to go and get more people as well. I just want to see how far we can go just from all of us here, retweet the room. If you want to speak, come up to speak. I welcome all comments, but if it's a fuck up or really try to troll, I'll bring you down. Okay? Yes, and my way. Okay, rolling music. Yeah, and also leave a comment of support. Just leave anything because X will, the algorithm will make these posts and spaces more visible, will help everyone. And one random comment will get a digital picture of watermelon from Andy. And maybe a personal dance if you meet him at the B&B event.
let's continue. Yes, no, I'm just thinking, is the money is a glue that sticks people together?
I don't know, man. That's why I want to hear from everybody what is really missing, really, because I remember the memes as being made, right? I remember super big narratives, but I just couldn't get that kind of feeling anymore. It's literally just gone. Let me put the mic to someone else, and then then we can come back again, right? The irrational something I can't see the God of us. You want to say something?
Oh yeah. I know just opened up, just interesting point. It definitely agree with what everyone is saying right now. It does seem like it has been changing a little bit, maybe even there's a bit of a transformation. I think it probably pinpoint back to sometime last year when came out and we kind of entered more very much hyper because a lot of people when they first came into the space, they would see us music, they really liked that they resonated with it and hang out with the community and make on the timeline. There'd be so many spaces that just like hanging out and having fun regardless of the price tag. But I think things don't really just speed around the entire thing. Whether we have 1,000, 2,000 every minute, and before there used to be some sort of like respect for even like the original that came out, and people would try to be more original for creating their idea. But I think now people just, what did we have the other day? There's like a Me Too meta going on, and some people just started jumping onto whatever the next thing is to just make a blog. And I think a lot of people started losing a lot of money.
Welcome.
Those people in the space for sure. For the last year, people watched, came in, tried to join a community, and they ended up really work the way it used to. So I think means first thing is that I think someone else had mentioned that before, that it's very easy to do that. And the people in the space need to do it themselves. I think it's something that has to be fixed from within. I really think. I don't think memes are going. I think memes are dead. They're still the most available thing. There's still people's offering.
Okay, I agree with you because basically what you said and what Rabbi said is almost the same, right? So the thing now is this, maybe I'm doing true respect to everyone else listening, right? And then give me how to make memes great again, right? Instead of asking what went wrong, because every guy is saying the same thing. Because to be very honest, yes, have fun, make things a little bit easier, right? Things a bit faster, but this does not mean that pump fun is the one who killed creativity, right? Pump fun is indirectly changing the pace of how memes are being made, in terms of the supply. But what happened to the demand, right? Is the demand only triggered when the price is there, And then what happened to all the bag workers, right? What happened to all those guys? everybody's been through the moment dumps. Everybody's been through the massive meme movement. That was 4 years ago. It was crazy different movements every day. Baby this, little that, eating this, eating that. And I think people just got tired of it. It was a phase. It was a phase that disappeared. So I don't want to put it on the communities to bring it back, because then it's saying, come on, people, you got to go buy this because we're the only thing people that can do it. When if 100 people in this space all decided to go jump in the same thing, the whales are going to see it and take that one away. What's going to make memes great again is the development of these meme tokens and the future of these meme tokens in video games, in metaverse, in apparel, and things like that. I've spoke a long time here on Twitter in different communities about memes being the fad of crypto, memes being the genre of crypto. When it comes to the time when there is video games, there's cartoons, there's apparel in the stores. You have entertainers on TV wearing